Everybody, how y'all doing? Steve coming at you. Hope you're having a great day. I'm not going to use my voice too much. I just wanted to share this with you because I said I would make this video. It's in regards to Trump's visit to LA. I believe he was there yesterday. And what's crazy is the president, he was in North Carolina early, and he met with survivors of the devastation there from the floods and the winter storms there. And the Biden administration did very little to do to help those folks, and FEMA was absolutely a disaster there, right? And then he flew to California and LA and met with the LA mayor. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, decided to crash the landing, show up at the party, and I don't mean crash the plane, but show up at the landing where the president was going to be. He was not invited, as I understand it, but he showed up there for a photo op to try and make himself look all Mr. Bipartisan. It really wasn't about that. He knows that California needs the federal money. And LA definitely knows that they need that federal money. And so they're basically just to kiss his ass for the to try and get him to give them federal money for their recovery from the wildfires that was 99% their fault. Now, am I saying they're responsible for the Santa Ana winds, the 80, 90 mile an hour? No. But there was a lot that could have been done by the state and the local officials to mitigate that issue, to where the devastation would not have been nearly as catastrophic as it was. And they didn't do it. And so now they're trying to suck up to him so they can hope to get some of that good old sweet Uncle Sugar cash. But before I get into that, just got an update to the last story I did when I talked about the Colombian president declining 2 military flights that were sending back their illegal criminals. Within about an hour or two after, I think it was about an hour actually, not even that, of the president coming down on Colombia with all those sanctions. And I mentioned the video. If you haven't seen it, go watch the video. It was a video I did earlier today. Go watch the video. But within about an hour of the President Trump coming down with all those sanctions against Colombia, the Colombian president, no, sorry, never mind. We were just playing. We were just playing. He's offering to send the presidential plane to pick up their criminals and take them back to Colombia. And I mean, if I was President Trump, I'd be like, "Nah, we good. We send them in a military plane. We're gonna drop them off. You better not give us no problems." Because you look at the Colombian president, who's a socialist, is trying to save face. Petro, he's trying to save face by saying stuff like, "Oh, well, we want them to come back with dignity." They're criminals, bro. They weren't supposed to be. They're criminals in your country. They're sure as hell criminals ours. What you talking about? Kick them back on that plane and call it a day. And if you guys want to pay for our troubles, rock and roll. Because this is going to be the 3rd time we've had to do this. That cost us money, and make Colombia pay for it. I'd be all for that. All for that. But I digress. This video is about LA and the LA mayor and the LA mayor's little spat kind of back and forth with Trump. I want you to watch this because there's a lot to learn about how this man operates and how he really does care about people. All the stuff you've heard about, oh, he's the evil dictator, orange man, and the Cheeto and all this other BS stuff. The one thing you know when you watch this video, as opposed to Biden, Trump genuinely cares about people when they're suffering. And if you don't believe that, go look up for yourself. Go Google the video with him and the folks in North Carolina where he let them take over the podium and let them speak and let them name insurance companies that were not helpful to them. He's got regular folks in the audience here at this press briefing with the mayor and other officials in LA. You got to check it out. It's absolutely phenomenal. When I saw this, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. and the way the mayor deals with it is not good. Let's just say that he basically spanked her, public spanking for her and the congressman from California, public spanking for both of them, which was absolutely phenomenal to watch. So let's check this out.
But we are going to move as fast as we can, but we want you to be safe, and we want you to be back in your homes immediately.
But the people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't cost a lot.
Yes, and they can.
You should let them do it because by the time you hire contractors, it's going to be 2 years.
If a family...
People are willing to get a dumpster and do it themselves and clean it out.
And they can
There's
do
not
that.
that much left. It's all incinerated.
That's right.
And
Now, just so you guys know, I want to make sure I make something clear here. The reason why there's a little bit of a spat at this point in the interview process or in the press briefing, or this roundtable rather, is because the people whose homes have been destroyed were told, the president and his people, that the LA folks said it was going to be about 18 months before they could rebuild because of permits. They need permits in order to be given access to be able to rebuild the properties. And so the permitting process was going to take 18 months, right? And so now the president is basically catching them in this deal and basically forcing LA to act more swiftly.
you know, it's just going to take a long time if you do. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours, and that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract that's going to charge him $25,000 to do his lot.
Yeah.
I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because I looked,
signed
I mean, you have a very
emergency
powerful
declaration.
emergency power, and you
Yes.
can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes. And if individuals want to clear out their property, they can. Yes, but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
Mr. President.
We think within a week.
That's a long time, a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most
a
important
week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people to
time.
be safe.
They're safe. They're safe. You know what they're not?
I want you guys to notice. Did you see that? Let me back it up. As soon as she got a little testy, they took her mic and said, "Yeah, we done with you. You need to be quiet. You about to mess up this money for us." I love that part. I gotta watch that again.
In front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most
a
important
week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people to
time.
be safe.
They're safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look at it. I watched hundreds of people standing in front of their lots, and they're not allowed to go in. It's all burned. It's gone. It's done. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's not going to burn anymore. There's nothing to burn. There's almost nothing to burn. And they want to go in there. The people are all over the place. They're standing, and I say, "Why aren't you going in?" "We're trying to get a permit." And the permit's going to take them, everybody said 18 months. You said 18 months. You said 18 months.
Last night
And that was last night.
on that. Right.
Yesterday.
Mr. President, we're going to be together next week, and during the interim, many of us are invited.
By the way, that's Congressman Ison is getting ready to speak really quickly here. He's a Republican congressman, but before that, the young lady that you heard speaking, they cut it. In the longer version, she says, "We haven't even been able to get to our property. The first time we saw our home was yesterday." Now imagine, these fires happened a couple of 3 weeks ago. So the first time they've been able to see their burnt lot was yesterday. Crazy.
Involved in, and Tom McClintock, who you know has been an expert on this for years.
That's right.
We are going to be putting conditions on the money that do two things: require that it be done timely and affordable, and then secondly, that we protect those who will come afterwards. As we speak, there are 6,000 acres burning in my district on the Mexican border. There will be more fires until we include in any disaster relief items which will prevent it or at least mitigate it from happening again. So you're going to see us proposing both of those.
Like water. Little
We're
things
gonna
like
do
water.
that for
You
them.
know, the party of common sense. See, we're the party of common sense. You're not, in all fairness.
Yes, sir.
We like water to put out fires. It's really quite efficient. All right.
Thank you,
Sure.
Mr. President.
I'm Jay Obernolte. My
Oh my gosh. I love that last line. The last guy, Brad, was a Democrat, congressman, a former congressman he was talking to, and he said, "Look, we're the party of common sense. You guys aren't." He is not messing around.
Now,
Oh,
2024, I'm gonna have.
he is not messing around with these folks. I'm telling you, I love it, and I love the fact that he just basically said, this can get done much sooner than you're proposing. Because LA tried to play. LA tried to play the okie doke. Oh, it's going to take 18 months to get the permits. But it was like 18 months. And I think what they're really trying to do is discourage people from building there, because I think they want to use that land personally. This is where I think the evil, the kind of underbelly, the dirty underbelly this comes in. I think what they like to do is get some hotel developers or some apartment developers out to those properties and build high rises or build hotels and make it more valuable from that perspective to help their real estate buddy friends rather than make it residential. I think that's why it's going to take 18-month process. There's it makes no sense that it would take 18 months for them to rebuild their homes. They could get a permit to start rebuilding their home, just to get the permit to start rebuilding the home. And so the Trump called them out on it, man. He's not messing around with these people. And there are going to be conditions on that money. They can say what they want to say. They can cry all they want to cry and say, oh, you're hurting California. I guarantee the people in that room are going to be with the president when those stipulations come down, because they already know how dirty their government is. They know how dirty their government is. But you guys tell me what you guys think. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me what you think. Do you think Trump handled that well? Do you think he spanked that mayor properly? And the other Democrats who were sitting there trying to make it seem like, oh, we're doing everything we can, but he knows for a fact they're not. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, though. Maybe you disagree. Please like the video, comment on the video, share the video. I'll talk to y'all again soon. Y'all take care.